Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's SparkerGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday Morning Mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Brand new coffee this morning, courtesy of viewer Aaron Watson. Aaron, thank you very, very much. Hang on. Here we go. First sip on camera. That is really, really very, very good. My gosh. Here it is, folks, from Sightglass Coffee. This is Colombia coffee. They're La Magdalena Tolina. They're out of Los Angeles, California. Tasting notes of this coffee are toffee, Concord grape, and red apple. And it's an instant coffee, and it is marvelous. It really is. I'm telling you, this is very, very good. Now, it comes in these pre-served packets like this. You open it up like this, and it comes in these coffee packets here. And I think I have a half a dozen, so I got 5 left because I've just gone ahead and used one here to make this cup of coffee here. And as they say, simply add 8 ounces of water, stir, and enjoy. That's all you have to do. So it's all pre-measured, and all you got to do is add 8 ounces of water, which is what I did in my Keurig machine this morning. I just hit the 8-ounce button, and it made a delightful cup of coffee. And here's what they have to say about, let me get the back panel for you here. Here's what they have to say on the back panel. Let's just get this out of the way like this. Get that squared away so you can see. Okay, we'll hold it like that. Okay, so here's what they have to say on the back panel. This instant coffee isn't really instant at all. Not only has it been sourced and roasted with great care, but it's also carefully processed to preserve what makes a cup of Sightglass so delicious in the first place. We put in the hours to make it great. All that's left is for you to enjoy it. Yeah, absolutely. That is absolutely spot on. It is really a good cup of coffee. And my thanks to Aaron Watson for very, very kindly and generously sending it along to the channel. He also sent along a card here that came with this gift of coffee. And you open up, Mark, this is great coffee, A. Watson. Wow. Thank you so much, Aaron Watson. It is really a very, very good cup of instant coffee. I would say it's it's neck and neck with Cafe Bustelo. Might be edging it out. I'm going to have to do a side by side. This is very, very good. One more sip. Hang on. Boy, oh boy, I'm telling you, that is really, really very good. And it's, again, they're out of Los Angeles, California. It looks like the address is this is very small, 7051 Willoughby Avenue, Los Angeles, California. Sightglass Coffee right there. There's the address right there. I'll just zoom in on it for you right there so you can see that, okay? There it is, so you get a little more information. We'll get the website for them as well so you can get up there and check it out. But this is really a neat packet of coffee. And again, it comes in these pre-served packs, these pre-measured packs of coffee. So all you got to do is tear it open, add 8 ounces of water to it, and you have got a really, really wonderful cup of coffee. Very, very good. I love the idea of it being pre-measured so that you're going to be right on the money. This goes perfect with a Keurig machine because all I got to do is just brew hot water, 8 ounces of it, and throw this in, or throw this in, add 8 ounces of water, whatever, and I got a great cup of coffee. So my gosh, thank you, Aaron Watson. And my coffee mug this morning, courtesy of Beth Jones, my Ohio Been There coffee mug from the folks at Starbucks. Thank you so much, Beth Jones. This is absolutely fantastic coffee mug. So you can get this for your home state. We'll link to the Amazon store where you can get all these Been There coffee mugs, or maybe you visited someplace throughout the United States and you want a little remembrance of that state. You can get one of those mugs for the state that you visited. But this is my home state of Ohio. Thanks again. A big, big thank you to viewer Beth Jones. Thank you so much, Beth. One more sip. Hang on. That's fantastic. And as we like to say on the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely. So great to be with you this morning. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate that. If you're listening to the podcast this morning, thanks very much for tuning in. We have got an absolutely fantastic show for you this morning. Hang on one minute. One more sip. That is good. I'm really looking forward to the refill segment. I really am. I get to have another cup of this. It's really, really terrific. But we have got a great show for you this morning. We got a great shaving tip. We also have a shaved end visit. We have some great refill comments. Boy, oh boy, wait until you see what is in new wet shaving gear. My gosh, we have got some really, really spectacular items to show you this morning. And we also have some great questions and comments. So thank you so much for tuning in this morning. I really do appreciate it. Grab a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. So let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Brian Gallatin. That's spelled Gallatin. Brian, I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. And he writes, I have a shaving tip. I tend to use creams about 80% of the time, but I do love the softer soaps like Sterling, Ariana and Evans, and Barrister and Mann. When I do use these soaps, especially in sample form, small container, I use a tongue depressor that I got from my doctor on my last visit and scrape out an almond size or less of the soap and press it into my salsa bowl. I also use craft sticks, the popsicle size for sample jars. Works perfectly and is super cheap at Walmart in the arts and crafts section. Thank you, as always, Mark. Brian Gallatin. Hey, Brian, that's an absolutely fantastic shaving tip. If you want to scrape out some shave soap or shave cream, a tongue depressor, or as he says, these popsicle size craft sticks that you can get at Walmart. Thank you very much, Brian. That's absolutely fantastic. And Brian is also the viewer who pointed out the salsa bowl from Walmart. Here it is right here. And I wanted to show it to you side by side with the Dollar General salsa bowl that we have shown on the show before. Here's the Dollar General in my left hand here and the Walmart salsa bowl in my right hand. And you can see that the Dollar General is a little bit larger than the Walmart salsa bowl. As a matter of fact, the Walmart will fit right inside the Dollar General like that. So that's kind of the size difference. Now, there are a couple of other differences. The Walmart has a rough interior, a little bit of a tooth to the interior. So that will aid in building a lather a little bit, whereas the Dollar General has a smooth interior. So it's all in what you want. If you want something a little larger with a smooth interior, go with the Dollar General salsa bowl. It's $1.25. Or if you want something a little smaller, a little more compact, with a little bit of a tooth on the inside to help generate the lather a little more, then go with the Walmart salsa bowl. This was less than $1, I think like 97 cents, something like that. So my thanks to Brian Gallatin for pointing out the Walmart salsa bowl. So now you have two options for a really, really affordable lathering bowl, either the Walmart salsa bowl or the Dollar General salsa bowl. So it's all what you want. So Brian, thanks very, very much for pointing out the salsa bowl from Walmart. And that's how they stack up to one another, folks. Walmart bowl here, and also has a little bit of a lip here. Not a lip that's going to hold anything on the inside, but just kind of like a ridge around the upper lip there. And whereas the Dollar General doesn't have that, just kind of a clean edge. But that's the difference between the two. Once more, get a look at the size difference like that. And of course, one fits inside the other. So Brian, thanks very much for pointing out the salsa bowl from Walmart. And thanks for the shaving tip. And to say thank you for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it here on the morning shaving tip segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So Brian, thanks again for a really, really terrific shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. This morning we have a Shave Den visit, and it comes courtesy of viewer Vincent C. And Vincent writes, "Dear Mark, last summer I shared with you and the viewers my handmade shave gear stand that I'll picture again." Well, Vincent, thanks for the second look at this. This is an absolutely beautiful shave gear stand. I love how it accommodates the razor, the shaving brush and bowl, and also the shave soap. Absolutely beautiful. Vincent continues here, "I wanted to proudly share my latest and much larger project as well. Wet shaving led me to using my imagination to craft a solution when I needed a razor stand, but it turned into a love of carpentry and woodworking. It's funny how picking up one hobby can birth new ones. The wood slab took many days to flatten and sand, and the legs were crafted from recycled aluminum beams with a black hammered metal paint finish. Now, every day, I'll have a beautiful desk to enjoy my work at, along with a tasty French press cup of coffee." Vincent, that's absolutely spectacular. Wow, that desk is absolutely beautiful. And it looks like carpentry and woodworking certainly suits you. Absolutely beautiful desk and a beautiful shave gear stand. Thank you so much for sharing both of those with all the viewers out there. And folks, if you have something similar in your shave den, maybe you've crafted or built some shelves to accommodate your shaving gear, or something is an outgrowth, became an outgrowth from your shave den, and it's in another part of your house or your home, please snap a couple of pictures of it. Give us some background information. Would love to share it with all the viewers out there. So Vincent, thank you so much again for the second look at your shave gear stand and the first look at this absolutely beautiful, beautiful desk that came about because of the traditional wet shave. Vincent, thanks again for the look at it. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and More, Monday Morning Mailbag and More, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, and now right here on YouTube. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low, that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on 1 minute. Oh boy, that is really, really very, very good. My gosh, hang on one more sip. Ambidextrous drinking this morning of the cup of coffee. Absolutely fantastic. Once again, this wonderful Colombia, La Magdalena Tolino. La Magdalena Tolino, right there, absolutely, from Sightglass Coffee. My gosh, this is great. Again, a big thank you to viewer Aaron Watson for sending this one along to the channel. This is really, really good. A very flavorful cup of instant coffee. This is running neck and neck with Cafe Bustelo. I think this might even have the edge. This might edge out Cafe Bustelo as the number one pick because the, well here, let me show you again one more time. The pre-measured coffee packets, and all you got to do is add 8 ounces of hot water to this, and you've got a beautiful instant cup of coffee. So there's no second guessing whether or not you've added too much or too little. As long as you add 8 ounces of coffee, you have got a really, really well-balanced cup of coffee from Sightglass Coffee. Again, we'll get up there and get a website for you, so we can link to that so you can check it out. Again, really, really flavorful cup of coffee. My thanks again to Aaron Watson for very, very kindly sending this along to the channel. Aaron, thank you very much. Hang on, one more sip. Oh boy. Absolutely fantastic. And we got some fantastic refill comments this morning. Let's kick it off with something from Charles Price, who wrote, looks like the real shave was produced starting in 1964. Cool piece of shaving history. Yeah, we showed you this razor last week. Real shave, the real shave. I got this from my late Uncle Ernie, and I played around with it and really, really cut myself up because I didn't know the ins and outs of the traditional wet shave back then. And I really want this to work so I can shave with it. I was thinking maybe not, but I have so many shave cartridges that are kind of like new old stock. And here, let me show you. I've got another one in here. I've been kind of searching around before I started the refill segment. And there's the cartridge that sits right in there like that. Kind of like a little cassette cartridge, right? Sits in there like that. And then all you do is you turn this dial here. And this dial then advances the ribbon blade that's in the head right there. Can you see that ribbon blade right there? And then this is how it works. You shave with it, and then once it gets dull, all you do is turn this, and it advances to a new area of that ribbon blade, and then you can shave again. And a really ingenious idea. It's just that these cartridges, I think, had a light machine oil to preserve the integrity of the blade so it wouldn't rust, that sort of thing. And I think what's happened is that the oil on that ribbon blade has solidified a little bit to where this is not, I mean, I can't turn this one way or the other. I mean, it's just stuck. It's just not turning. And so I don't know. I would really love to shave with this again. Because this time I would be able to do it properly, pre-shave oil, build a beautiful lather, use a shaving brush, that kind of thing. So hopefully I'll come across one of these cartridges in some of the new old stock cassette cartridges that I have for this. And, maybe we can get it to work and advance that blade and get a fresh area. Now, I could probably shave with it right now, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. I don't know if I should or not. Well, anyhow, that's what it is, the real shave, It's just a terrific, terrific piece of shaving history. I guess what I'm saying is if the cassette was working flawlessly, then I could probably shave with it without any kind of worry. Maybe there's a little bit of rust built up on here, perhaps, that I can't see. It's imperceptible. I don't know. I don't know what the material of this ribbon blade is. If it's stainless, then no worries. If it's carbon, maybe not. Maybe we should just, we'll just use it. It will just sit on the, just sit in the shave den and look nice. How about that? But yeah, a really neat piece of shaving history, the Real Shave razor. So thanks very much for that, Charles. I really do appreciate it. Rob M6772 wrote, that razor looks like a surgical tool. Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? It looks like something they would use in surgery. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, absolutely. It really does have kind of a 21st century look to it, doesn't it? Yeah, really kind of neat. I'm surprised it's 1960s. I thought it was maybe 1940s, 1950s, something like that. Looks like it is a Bakelite handle. Roderick McLeod wrote, I wonder if anybody ever accidentally tried to record a message on a Real Shave cassette or trying to shave with a dictaphone cassette. Yeah. Of course, that's, who knows? I mean, they did have wire recorders, which was just like a thin piece of steel wire to record your voice. Maybe you could do that with this. I'm not sure. Thanks very much, Roderick. Really do appreciate that. And thanks again, Rob. Bart Buzz wrote, Monday Morning Mailbag and coffee are synonymous. I bought that 7.05 ounce jar of Bustelo instant coffee at Walmart for $5.76, less than half the Amazon price. I like a strong cup of coffee, and it was easy to kick up the boldness. Bustelo is definitely better than the instant coffee I drank decades ago. Well, thanks for the vote on Bustelo. It really is very, very good, but might be a new sheriff in town right here with something from Sightglass. Got to do a side-by-side comparison, but Bustelo, very, very good. By the way, I had one of those Techmatic razors, but it never provided a comfortable shave. However, that was back before I did the prep that I do today. Maybe you can find a cartridge that will work in that vintage Real Shave razor. It would be interesting to know how it compares to a traditional DE razor. That would make an awesome video. Take care. Yeah, you know what? Again, just like you with the Techmatic, with this, when I was first using it, I didn't know the proper prep, and I agree with you. Now that I know the proper prep and how to go about the traditional wet shave, I'll bet this would offer a really, really nice shave. So yeah, it would be great if I could find a decent cassette cartridge for it that I knew was clean and didn't have any imperfections and would actually allow me to advance that blade ribbon in there without any problem. It's locked. See, it's locked up for some reason. Won't go either way. So thanks very much for that, Bart. Really do appreciate it. 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes writes, the last trailing parts of soap from a tub can be wiped from the inner surface using a moistened shaving brush, and this blended with a piece of soap intended for a current shave. If one has some insufficient cream in a tube, I might guess that some water can be used to help remove it, and this soapy water can be used for building a lather for a current shave. The wipe with the moistened brush I already know is practical, and I did that. The water in the tube just seems like it would be expected to work too. Hey, thanks very much. This is regarding clown puke, or what we call it Frankenpuck, where you take all those little bits and add it into a container and over time, and then all of a sudden, voila, you've got a kind of a Franken soap kind of a mixture up there from little bits of leftover cream and soap, that sort of thing. But 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes has a very, very good suggestion here of taking that last little bit of soap with a moistened brush and just running it around in there, and then maybe adding it to your current soap, I guess is what he's saying, or just using that to build a lather, because some of these shaving creams and shaving soaps, you don't need a large brush load, and you might be able to get enough for another shave or two. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes. Thanks very much for that. Really do appreciate it. Ecstatic Temporality writes, I appreciate the discussion on Thayers. It is good guidance. I'm convinced to give it a try post-shave. I'll let you know how it goes. Oh, please do. I've been using it in my post-shave routine, and I'm loving it so far, and I think I'm getting some really, really nice results. Now, again, the videos that you'll see in the next week or two, some of those were recorded prior to my using Thayers, and some of them have been recorded while I'm using Thayers. So you're going to see a little different post-shave routine in those videos until I kind of get caught up with the current round of video reviews where I'm constantly and consistently using the Thayers. But yes, I think I am seeing some difference also in my post-shave routine. I'm loving it. I really am loving it. And I'm kind of skipping the alum block with some of those shaves. I'm not consistently using the alum block post-shave. I'm just going right to the Thayers Witch Hazel. When I do use the alum block, I'm applying it. I'm waiting about 30 to 40 seconds, and then I'm rinsing it off. Then I'm applying the Thayers Witch Hazel. So that's kind of my routine right now. So Ecstatic Temporality, thanks very much for that comment. Really do appreciate it. And please let us know how the Thayers Witch Hazel works for you. Mully Shave writes, ha ha ha. When do I get my entry in the Guinness book? Ha ha. Thanks, Bob. And of course, as always, thanks, Mark. Yeah, Robert Ross gave the crown for the least amount of shaving cream or soap to Colonel Mully. And if you missed how Mully won that title, I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago, how he used the bare minimum of, I think it was shaving cream, and he created a lot of lather from it. And of course, Robert Ross came to the conclusion of, you know what, I'm going to enjoy my shave, and I'm going to load the brush. Yeah, so congratulations again, Mully, on the title. And maybe we should contact Guinness and get you in the Guinness Book of World Records, absolutely. Dan Blackshear writes, another great 3MB. Hendrix is bankrupting me. Well, Hendrix has an awful lot of great shaving soaps. We talked about this one, Qinglong, last week. We also had the review run. This is terrific. This is inspired by Creed's Green Irish Tweed. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic, fantastic scent. So check it out. There was also a delay in getting it launched. I believe it's launching the 31st, which is Wednesday. I believe that's what's happening. It was supposed to launch last week. So I think now it's launching on the 31st. So get up there and check it out. It should be, maybe it's available today. We'll have to double check, but yeah, fantastic, fantastic shaving soap. Qinglong, absolutely, from Hendrix. And I agree. They've got a lot of great shave soaps up there. I love Thayer's and I love the burn. I've found that the alum block, then spraying Thayer's on after without washing the alum works great as it dissolves the alum. All of it fantastic. Hey, that's kind of a neat approach as well. You're using a spray bottle rather than slapping it on. That's something to consider as well. So thanks very much for that, Dan. Really do appreciate it. Ken Frederick wrote, hello, Mark. The Spanish version of Aqua Velva looks intriguing. Yeah, Mark Bagwell introduced us to the Spanish version of Aqua Velva. It seems that some of these great classic brands of American aftershaves like Brut and Aqua Velva, made in Europe, are in glass bottles and they have premium ingredients, and the American version is sort of pale in comparison. So if you're looking for a better version of Aqua Velva, check out the Spanish version and also check out the European version of Brut. My thanks to Mark Bagwell for the heads up on both of these. Oh, and also check out the Indian version from India of Old Spice. Thanks to Abhinay Samant for sending that one along to the channel. Another one that is a throwback to that great classic Old Spice scent that is a lot of wet shavers say is better than the current American version. And I concur. It's fantastic. So thanks to Abhinay Samant for that. And a big, big thank you to Mark Bagwell regarding Spanish Aqua Velva and European Brut. Vincenzo G wrote, hey, Mark, as much as I like Thayer's Witch Hazel, I found Dickinson's Hydrating Toner with rose water to be the most exceptional Witch Hazel product I have ever used. I use it directly after a shave before I slap on aftershave splash or whenever my face needs a refresh throughout the day or before bed. I apply Witch Hazel products with a cotton makeup remover pad. They can be found in 100 to 200 packs for under $7 in the women's cosmetic section. I always run a little cold water on them before dousing them in Witch Hazel and then lightly press and wipe my face and neck with them. Hey, Vincenzo, thanks very much for this routine and thanks very much for the tip on these cotton makeup remover pads. That sounds absolutely great. And yeah, folks, if anyone else out there is using Dickinson's Hydrating Toner Witch Hazel with rose water, let us know in the comments below what you think about it. Vincenzo really likes it. Again, as we like to say on the show, your face, your rules, whatever works for you, that's what you go with. So if you feel that Dickinson's is a better Witch Hazel than, say, Thayer's or Humphreys or something like that, hey, absolutely, your face, your rules. So thanks very much for letting us know about your routine and also Dickinson's Witch Hazel. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Jack Capone, 4375, wrote, hey, Mark, I really enjoyed the 3MB this morning. Thanks very much, Jack. Really do appreciate that. I know a lot of discussion about Thayer's Witch Hazel went on. I should add one note. Ever since I started using Thayer's religiously, I have used alum a lot less. Prior to using the Thayer's, I would probably use the block about a third to half of the time. Since I started using the Thayer's, use of alum has greatly decreased. When I do use the alum, I use it exactly as you described. I use the alum first, leave it on, wash it off completely, and then use the Witch Hazel. I absolutely use the Witch Hazel every day now. Thanks again. Hope all is well. Hey, Jack, thanks very much for confirming the routine. I think you and I are using this routine because a lot of other wet shavers have mentioned this routine. It's not anything that I came up with. It's just something that I have learned from the viewers out there that this is a good way to go if you're using both alum and Witch Hazel. Apply the alum, wait 30 to 40 seconds, rinse it off, then apply the Witch Hazel. Now again, Dan Blackshear is using a spray bottle, and he says that the Witch Hazel dissolves the alum as he applies it that way. Okay, you know what? 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I guess. Again, your face, your rules. But for Jack and I and some others, apply the alum, wait, rinse it off, apply the witch hazel. That's the routine that we like and that works for us. And again, I'm not using the alum after in every post-shave routine. I'll do it on camera, but when I'm off camera, I think I'm going straight to the witch hazel. And the reason for that is because when I'm on camera, I want to get the feedback if I'm reviewing a new razor or if I'm reviewing a new soap, so that I know and viewers know how close of a shave came about because of that particular product I'm reviewing. But when I'm not on camera, I'm going straight to the witch hazel now, and I'm really enjoying it. So thanks very much for that, Jack. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Bart Buzz checked in once more, and he wrote, Mark, here's a PS on witch hazel. I've always contended that Thayer's is not real witch hazel. Removing the alcohol mitigates its antiseptic property. Thayer's may be a good skin toner, but I prefer the antiseptic and astringent properties of T.N. Dickinson's witch hazel, which contains 14% alcohol. Extracting a concoction from the witch hazel plant yields natural alcohols, which vary depending on the amount and or methods used. You can't extract witch hazel liquid using any known process without extracting alcohol. To remove the natural amount of alcohol, you would, in essence, be altering the base of the compound, making it fake witch hazel extract. Going by the patented, accepted, and standard method for witch hazel extract, which has been in use for over 250 years, steam distillation of witch hazel extract adds exactly 14% alcohol content to the formula, which is used as a preservative and as an antiseptic. Well, Bart, thanks very much for that background information. I understand exactly what you're saying. Using the traditional method of making witch hazel yields 14% alcohol naturally. And what you're saying is that Thayer's having an alcohol-free witch hazel, they're doing something else, removing that alcohol, which no longer makes it a witch hazel technically. I think that's what you're saying. Folks, comment below and let us know your opinion on this whole witch hazel extraction, distillation, creation process. I'm really, really intrigued by the whole process. I'm not a chemist. I have no idea how witch hazel is created or made, and I'm not entirely sure. But I'm thinking that in order to call it witch hazel, you have to stick to some standard. And I'm thinking that if Thayer's is calling it witch hazel, that they're still abiding by some kind of standard process that allows them to call it witch hazel. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just spitballing and guessing here. So please comment below and let us know if you have any additional information. And again, I know what you're saying. You're saying that the standard in creating witch hazel for the last 250 years, through that standard, it creates an alcohol within the witch hazel naturally. I get that. But maybe Thayer's is doing something that creates the alcohol, and maybe, I don't know, maybe it dilutes it or something, or maybe they're able to remove it and still be able to call it witch hazel because they're still using the same method and they're doing an extra step. I don't know. It's just a hunch on my part. But I really would love to hear more discussion on this. Absolutely. So folks, please comment below and let us know about the creation of witch hazels. Really, really would love to read all your comments and include them in an upcoming Monday morning mailbag. So Bart, thanks again for all that great information. Really, really do appreciate it. And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Oh, one more quick note. Hendricks Classics & Company's Ching Long Shave Soap has been delayed. It will now launch on July 31st, 2024. My thanks to viewer Keith for the heads up on this, and also to Pete Hendricks for the information. Gentlemen, really do appreciate it. And now, Let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, this morning we want to show you an absolutely spectacular brand new razor on the market from the folks at Tightener. Here it is, the TiGlide S1 from Tightener. As they describe it, the ultimate titanium single-edged safety razor. Absolutely gorgeous, but more importantly, it delivers a smooth, comfortable, and close shave. The operative word here is comfortable. The shaves I've had with this razor are absolutely beautifully comfortable. They write here, discover the TiGlide S1 that delivers gentle skin fitting and efficient shaving combined with a comfortable grip for precise control. Its exquisite design ensures a forever fresh shaving experience. Absolutely spot on and accurate description right there. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You're shaving at about a 17-degree angle with this razor. All I'm doing is laying this face of the cap right here, flat against my skin, and then I am pivoting a little bit to engage the blade. Very, very easy to find the blade edge and the correct angle of shaving with this razor. Not only is this a wonderful razor for experienced wet shavers, it's perfect for beginners because you can find that shaving angle very, very easily. They write here, say goodbye to irritation, hello to smooth shaves. Experience the perfect balance of comfort and efficiency with the TiGlide S1. Our unique design and titanium biocompatibility ensure a gentle touch with no irritation while delivering the efficiency of a conventional R4DE razor. Absolutely. And what's great about this razor is it takes half DE blades. So all you got to do is snap a blade, a DE blade, snap it in half, or buy pre-snapped blades and just install it on this razor, and you can customize the efficiency of razor depending on the razor blade that works for you. Let me show you how this works. They have a little thumb screw in the back here that is additional security to clamping down the cap against the base plate. It's a two-piece razor. So when you remove the, unscrew that a little more. When you remove the cap, it's magnetic. So the base plate is magnetic, so it holds the half blade in place. It aligns with these two pins right here, that pin there and this pin right here. And of course, the black dots in the cap align with the black dots on the base plate. Now, there is a little pocket right here in the cap. See that little pocket in the cap right there? All right. When that when you fit the cap back onto the base plate, okay, this threaded knob right here takes this clamp and squeezes it into that pocket, securing the cap in place. So now, not only do you have a really, really strong magnet holding everything in place, you also have that additional clamp that holds everything in place. Absolutely wonderful. So all you're doing is taking a half blade like this, and this is some half blades that came with the razor, and you're just laying it on there. I'm doing it here. I'm doing it so I can see it, and we'll have an illustration where you can see it on camera as well. And all you're doing is lining that up with those two pins there. See those two pins right there at the bottom? Here, right here, and right over here. Okay, you're lining that blade up there. The magnet holds it in place. And again, two black dots on top of the base plate, two black dots on top of the cap, and then you're just putting it in place like that. And look how that aligns perfectly. And then all you're doing is tightening this down and clamping everything in place. And you can tighten that down, and there you go. Everything is nice and secure. Beautifully engineered, beautifully machined, absolutely wonderful. The handle has some nice flats along either side of it that really gives a nice grip. Some nice ornamentation on the neck here. It's about 5 inches in length and about, on my scale, about 2.63 ounces, something like that, or thereabouts. My scale isn't entirely accurate, but it's about that weight. And it just delivers a beautiful, beautiful shave. Absolutely beautiful. About a 17-degree angle of approach. Really, really smooth, comfortable, beautiful, beautiful shave. And we will be running the review this Wednesday. It also came with a stand like that. How about that? Isn't that beautiful? Look at that stand. Just like that. Absolutely beautiful. Let me back it up a little bit. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, this is just an absolutely beautiful razor that delivered just an absolutely wonderful, wonderful shave. And very smooth, very close, very comfortable. The ergonomics are very, very good. Again, very easy to find the correct shaving angle with this razor. I really enjoyed my shaves with it. A really, really wonderful, fabulous single-edged razor. And again, because it takes half DE blades, you can customize your shave with your favorite razor blade with this. You're not locked into a proprietary blade at all. You can use any DE blade you want. So that's it. An absolutely beautiful razor from the folks at Tightener, the TiGlide S1. My thanks to Mandy and everyone at Tightener for very kindly sending this along to the channel and allowing me to share with all the viewers out there. An absolutely gorgeous razor that delivers an absolutely beautiful, comfortable shave. Very comfortable. No nicks, no cuts, no irritation. This is a 2 to 3 pass razor for me. 3 passes, no irritation at all. 2 passes, no irritation. Just a really, really beautiful, beautiful shave. So check out the review. It runs this Wednesday, and this razor launches sometime between today and Wednesday. We'll have links to the website where you can get your very own TiGlide S1 from Tightener. Really, really terrific razor. And as they say, the ultimate titanium single-edge safety razor. Thanks to Mandy and everyone at Tightener again, very, very much. Folks, we'll have links below when they become available on launch. Thanks again to everyone at Tightener. Really do appreciate it. Viewer James Gazda sent along this heads up on a brand new American-made stainless steel adjustable razor by the folks at Oliworks. And he writes, "Hey Mark, I didn't know if you're aware of an American-made stainless steel adjustable razor by Oliworks. It's manufactured with 304 stainless steel. It looks very similar to the Rex Ambassador. It comes in at a lower price though, at $150. That's a great price for an American-made adjustable razor. Just Google up Oliworks razors for the website. Check it out. I'm contemplating a purchase myself." And I went ahead and found their website. They are located at oliworks.shop. For those of you listening to the podcast, that's spelled OLIWORKS.SHOP. Oliworks.shop. And I reached out to them and I got a very nice email from Jorge Ochoa. And Jorge, I hope I've pronounced your name correctly. Anyhow, he writes, "Hello, Mark. A few things about us. We are a family-owned business in Arizona and have been a CNC machine shop for a long time. We only recently started selling razors, but have been developing them for years. We really like to emphasize the engineering and functionality part of the razors because at the end of the day, we're engineers. Because we have the equipment and capability, we get to thrive in our creativity for how it looks and what we can do with its design. We only recently started selling, so things are slowly picking up. But we have already been welcomed into the wet shaving community and are excited to see how far we can grow. If you want to give some sneak peeks on the show, we have a 3-piece razor coming out soon, maybe as early as next month, and are going to offer our razors in more colors since people have really liked the blue ones so far." And that's from Jorge Ochoa. He says, "Best Jorge." Well, hey, Jorge, thank you very much for all the great information regarding Oliworks razors, a new adjustable stainless steel razor on the market from them at $150. Folks, check it out. We'll link it below. And also a new 3-piece razor right around the corner from them. So we'll keep tabs on that and let you know when that launches. Jorge, thanks so much for all the great information. And James, thanks for the heads up on Oliworks razors, our brand new 304 stainless steel American-made adjustable razor from the folks at Oliworks. Gentlemen, thanks again very, very much. Well, this heads up came from viewer John Meyer regarding a new safety razor created using 3D printing technology. And John writes, "Hello, Mark. I'm always searching on the internet for interesting shaving items and came across a 3D printed razor. I found it on Etsy. Here's the link." And the link leads to double edge safety razor, ultralight, 3D printed, long handle, classic shave for travel, camping, and home. That's an Etsy link. We'll provide it below. Thanks very much for the link, John. I really do appreciate that. Now, John continues here. "I found it to be very interesting, especially how the blade was secured to the razor. The price was right, only $12, so I ordered one. Because I live in Phoenix and the razor is made and shipped from Salt Lake City, I got it very quickly. The first thing I did was assemble the razor to check out the quality of production, which seemed to be very good. I then cleaned and sanitized the razor and set it up with a new feather blade for the next day's shave. The blade was very easy to install and secured by sliding the top cap from one side of the razor head to lock onto the notched pins on the head. This locked the blade in place. The alignment was spot on. The next morning was the real test. The razor is very light, so I did not want to apply too much pressure. The shave went very well. I got a BBS shave in just 2 passes. No cuts or razor burn. I was impressed. I hope my fellow wet shavers might also find this interesting enough to give it a try. Thanks again for taking the time to spread the word on some new technology out there for the wet shaving community." John Meyer. John, my absolute pleasure. Thanks so much for passing along all this great information and the link to this brand new safety razor created using 3D printing technology. Sounds like you got a great shave, and for $12, absolutely worth a try. And again, sounds like it'll make a great travel razor or a great razor for camping. Absolutely fantastic. John, thanks again very, very much. Viewer Vincent C. checked in again with a heads up on another beautiful American-made razor that's available from the folks at everydayshaving.com. And Vincent writes, "Hey Mark, I thought I'd share this razor I recently came across while browsing on the shop app. They market it as a daily shaver with a mild and medium side. It looks like a good one, and I'll send in a review if I purchase it. Here's the link." Again, folks, the link is www.everydayshaving.com. For the podcast listeners out there, that's www.everydayshaving.com. everydayshaving.com. Now, this is an American-made safety razor, CNC machined in the USA from lightweight aerospace aluminum. And they say, yes, it works. It has a magnetic cover. Premium neodymium magnets hold the blade cover in place, making blade changes safe and easy. Again, it's an American-made safety razor, and the retail price is $64.95. Now, they have some information regarding the founder of the company. His name is Brian Twilley. And as they write here, Brian Twilley is the chief designer and machinist for Everyday Shaving. Brian holds a master's degree and has nearly 20 years of manufacturing experience. He has designed over 30 shaving razors for a variety of companies, including the now retired Charcoal Goods brand. Wow, that's really interesting. I'm wondering if Brian had a hand in designing this Charcoal Goods brand razor, because this was fabulous. This is one we purchased on West Coast Shaving and did a review of it and have shaved with it many, many times. Absolutely beautiful. This particular razor came with 3 base plates. I'm going to show it to you now. Came with a medium or a gentle, mild base plate. It also came with 2 other base plates. Let me show that to you right here. Came with a straight bar, aggressive base plate. That's why it's marked with A. So again, you get the mild straight bar base plate, you got an aggressive straight bar base plate, and you got an open comb base plate. So you could switch these base plates around and find the perfect shave. And this angled cap right here provided the perfect shaving angle. So you could find the precise shaving angle for this razor. All you had to do is pick up a handle and you were good to go. The thing that was great about this particular razor head set was, again, you got 3 different levels of aggression, and West Coast Shaving usually had this on sale for about $15 to $20, and they also had their stainless steel handles on sale for about $10. So for anywhere from $25 to $30, you got 3 razors, which was absolutely fantastic from the folks at Charcoal Goods. I'm wondering if Brian Twilley had a hand in designing this particular razor. If he did, it's just absolutely fabulous. Loved this razor when it came into the shave den. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he had a hand in designing this particular one for Charcoal Goods, but a lot of those razors from Charcoal Goods were very, very good from what I understand. And if he had a hand in designing those, as they say here, then I'm sure this particular razor from Everyday Shaving is probably a good one. Absolutely. So Vincent, let us know if you buy one. Please send in a review. Let us know how it works for you. Thanks for the heads up again on this beautiful aluminum razor from the folks at everydayshaving.com and Brian Twilley. Thanks again, Vincent. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Mark Bagwell checked in with his review of Taylor of Old Bond Street Eton College Shaving Cream. And Mark writes, Eton College. No, not that Eton College. I'm speaking about Eton College from Taylor of Old Bond Street. Taylor of Old Bond Street, aka TOBS, T-O-B-S, is still a family-owned business, and the Taylor family intends to keep it that way. Under their stewardship, they have been producing some of the finest shaving creams and products for the last 170 years. Their sandalwood shaving cream is legendary. You would be hard-pressed to find a wet shaver that doesn't have a tub of it in their den. But their great shaving creams don't stop with the sandalwood. One of my favorites is Eton College. Let's begin with the scent. It's a beautiful masculine fragrance with dominant citrus lemon notes combined with fruity notes of orange and mandarin. All of this is blended with gentle floral notes that rest on a base of warm patchouli. Building a lather. I used my Captain's Choice ceramic bowl with the desert sand glaze, and my brush was a Simpson Chubby 3 with a sovereign knot. As you can see by the photos, I used a Phoenix shaving soap scoop to gather a small amount of shaving cream, and yet this will be enough to produce enough lather for 4 or 5 passes. I then smeared the cream into my bowl as the photos show. And please note the small amount of water in the bowl. This is all the water you'll need. At this point, I wet my brush and squeezed out the excess water, and I began lathering. At no time did I introduce more water. Most shaving creams are water sensitive. A word about working a lather in a bowl. Always work the cream in circular motions, and you will be rewarded with a rich lather in no time. It never takes me more than 20 or 30 seconds to get the desired results. Let's talk about the performance. High quality ingredients lead to an excellent lather as well as a fantastic post-shave that leaves the skin feeling nourished and refreshed. To be honest, it's exactly what you would expect from a company that's been producing shaving creams for 170 years. The scent lasts throughout the shave, but settles down to a 1.5 to 2 strength, making the shave very enjoyable. My final thoughts. TOBS has been making shaving creams since 1854, predating our Civil War by 7 years. Believe me, Jeremiah Taylor got it right, and that's why the Taylor family is still operating the business 170 years later. If you should find yourself in London, then stop by Taylor of Old Bond Street for a hot towel shave, but make an appointment. Or you can always drop in to shop or just a visit. Try not to be conspicuous looking at some of the other patrons who are certain to be famous personalities or maybe even a royal or two. One thing is for certain, Taylor of Old Bond Street won't disappoint you. Hey, Mark, thanks very, very much for a terrific, fantastic review of Eton College shaving cream. I happened to get both Eton College and Sandalwood recently from a Walmart Plus, a nice price for both of these. And I've had shaves with them. I'm going to do my own reviews. Absolutely wonderful. And again, Mark is correct. Sandalwood was one of the shaving creams that I found early on in my wet shaving journey, as does a lot of wet shavers out there. When you begin the traditional wet shave, this is one of the brands that you simply gravitate to. I don't know why it is. I guess it's just so well known that it gets recommended by a lot of members of the wet shaving community. So Sandalwood was my first foray into Taylor of Old Bond Street, and that was followed by Eton College. I love them both. Absolutely fantastic. And this sandalwood is my favorite sandalwood scent, no doubt about it. And yes, Mark has got the description of the Eton College scent spot on. Mark, thank you so much for an in-depth review of Taylor of Old Bond Street's Eton College shaving cream. Folks, we'll have links below. Mark, thanks again very, very much. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Well, we have some great fall shaving soap scent recommendations. Some viewers sent in their favorite shaving soap scents that they like to use going into the fall and winter seasons. Steve M. 1563 wrote, "For fall, I like Phoenix Shaving's Tombstone, Chiseled Faces Sherlock, and Barrister & Mann's Leviathan Hollows." Great show. Hey, Steve, thanks for those recommendations. I have not tried Phoenix Shaving's Tombstone. I've tried their Boomtown Bay Rum. This is a leather bay rum kind of scent. But to be honest with you, I get more on the leather side than I do the bay rum side. But still, this is a great scent for the fall. So thanks for reminding me about it. I don't know how this stacks up against Tombstone, but Boomtown is definitely one to try for the fall. So thanks for the reminder on that, Steve. And regarding Chiseled Faces Sherlock, boy, this was great. This has got like an organic kind of it's got kind of an outdoor organic kind of scent with some sweet notes there. Yeah, definitely kind of an outdoor organic kind of scent. And I compared this particular shave soap, Chiseled Faces Sherlock, to Sterling's Baker Street. Now, I'm a big Sherlock Holmes fan, as you know, and both of these remind me of Sherlock Holmes. And I compared the two in a review, and Baker Street, as I recall, Baker Street reminded me of a Sherlock Holmes adventure taking place inside, and the Sherlock from Chiseled Face reminds me of a Sherlock Holmes adventure taking place outside. That's kind of the way I looked at these, but both of them are very, very good, and both capture the character quite well. So I agree, both of them would be great for the fall. Although I got to be honest with you, this organic scent from Chiseled Face, I think that kind of captures the fall season, especially when it starts to rain, that kind of thing. It's got that kind of vibe going on to it. So thanks very much for those recommendations, Steve. Really do appreciate it. Vincenzo wrote, regarding my favorite scents going into fall, Harvest Moon from Phoenix Shaving is very underrated. It's very dry, smoky, dark, mysterious, and incensey with powdery barbershop notes. To me, it smells like a festive and eerie Halloween night in a hayfield, a bonfire in the distance, a creepy tobacco barn, autumnal spices, and candy and costumes out the wazoo. Hope you picked this one up. I always reach for it towards the end of August into the winter. It always puts a smile on my face. Wow, the way you described it, Vincenzo, sounds fantastic. Folks, put that one on your list. Harvest Moon from Phoenix Shaving. Thanks very much for that, Vincenzo. Bill Murphy wrote, great show, Mark. You mentioned most of my favorite fall scents, especially Atomic Pumpkin and Cider House 5. I would add Hinoki and White Sage, even though it can be used all year round. I use Thayer's Witch Hazel after a rough shave, and every night I use Thayer's pH Balancing Daily Cleanser. It leaves my facial skin soft. It's also a great product. Have a great week. Well, thanks for the update on Thayer's. Really do appreciate that, Bill. And I agree with you. Atomic Pumpkin, fantastic. Cider House 5, fantastic. And yes, Hinoki and White Sage. That would be a perfect one going into the fall. We did a review on that, and that was also part of the 12 Shades of Christmas last year. Yeah, that is a good one, and I agree, it can be used all year round. So thanks for that recommendation. Really do appreciate it. This comes from Sam Hillenbrand. Sam Hillenbrand, that's his name. Sam Hillenbrand, 6291. Mark, great show as always. I love that reel shave. Yeah, so do I. That is a really cool piece of shaving history. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Regarding fall soaps, my favorites are Taylor of Old Bond Street Tobacco Leaf, Phoenix Shavings Tombstone. Here's another vote for Tombstone. Cold Spices and Club Guy. Those are great also. Sterling's British Leather, West Coast Shavings Leather, Quezon Shaving Company's Bohica, B-O-H-I-C-A, I believe that's how it's pronounced, and Razor Emporium's Sandalwood. I may have missed some. Also, Thayer's rocks. Yeah, I agree. Thayer's does rock. And yeah, these are some great selections here, Sam. Thank you so much. Another vote for Phoenix Shaving Tombstone. So folks, check that one out. Cold Spices is great. Club Guy is great. Love those. Sterling's British Leather, that's kind of a mainstay, isn't it? I mean, that's been around for a long, long time. And Razor Emporium Sandalwood, really curious about the sandalwood scent of that one because, as I mentioned, Taylor of Old Bond Street Sandalwood is one of my favorite sandalwood scents. But I'm open to trying others for sure, and Razor Emporium will certainly be placed on that list. That is Razor Emporium Sandalwood. So Sam, thanks very much for those recommendations. Really do appreciate it. And folks, that wraps up another look at favorite fall scents or favorite scents of shaving soaps going into the fall. Please comment below. Let us know what your favorites are, and we'll include them in an upcoming Monday morning mailbag. So gentlemen, thanks again very, very much. Well, in the past, we've talked about this particular Edwin Jagger razor. I purchased this from the Groomatorium. This is the Edwin Jagger Diffusion 36 Series handle. They make this handle in a variety of colors. And boy, is this a beautiful, beautiful razor handle. Now, Mark Bagwell very, very kindly sent along a Mula R89 razor head and said, Mark, with a handle this nice, you got to get a Mula R89 razor head because it's got that brass threaded stud and it's less likely to break off into that handle. So yeah, I took the Edwin Jagger razor head and set it aside. And now this Edwin Jagger 36 series, Diffusion 36 series handle has a Mula R89 razor head, and it just delivers a beautiful, beautiful shave. Love the shape of the handle, the weight. It's an absolutely beautiful razor. And in talking about this, I happen to mention that I don't have any razors, razor handles that have this particular shape. And I was incorrect. I've got a couple of right here I wanted to show you that are very, very similar to this particular razor. And you might find at least one of these if you're interested in getting another razor for your shave den. Now, first up, this razor came from Global Shave Club International and Sheldon Quinn. Sheldon, thank you again very, very much. This is their Mocha razor. I don't know if this is still available, but you can see the shape of the handle is somewhat similar to the Edwin Jagger, somewhat similar. All right. They call this a teardrop handle. And of course, as they describe here, the Mocha razor from Global Shave Clubs International, a natural peach wood hand-rubbed teardrop handle. Really nice razor. I reviewed this. It gave a really, really wonderful, wonderful shave. And as I recall, and I have to review the video review again, as I recall, I believe this had a little more higher efficiency than a DE89 from Edwin Jagger, but a very, very nice shaver. And again, the handle has such a nice natural feel in the hand. This natural peach wood hand rubbed handle fits very nicely in the hand, and that teardrop shape, again, very reminiscent of the Edwin Jagger Diffusion 36 series handle. So I just wanted to mention that, I do have something similar to the Edwin Jagger handle, and it's this Mocha razor from Global Shave Clubs International. I don't think this is available anymore. Maybe they'll bring it back sometime down the road. But again, that's the Mocha from Global Shave Clubs International, also known as Swiss Shave now. My thanks again to Sheldon Gwynn for very kindly sending this one along to the channel, allowing me to share with all the viewers out there. Next up is a razor set that comes from the folks at Ajord. We reviewed this on the channel. It's a 3-piece razor set. Comes with a razor stand, a razor, and a synthetic silver tip shaving brush. But the razor is what I want to kind of hone in on, because this one also has a similar shaped handle to the Edwin Jagger. Although it's not as substantial and doesn't have as much weight, it's still very, very close. A little closer than the Mocha. Look at that. That's absolutely beautiful. And it is beautifully chromed. It feels very good in the hand. Again, it has that nice bulbous shape that fits very naturally into the hand. And the bonus here is that it comes with this beautiful stand and a synthetic shaving brush, their silver tip synthetic shaving brush. I've used this the last few days, and both the brush and the razor were just absolutely wonderful. We have reviewed this on the channel, and just some wonderful, wonderful shaving gear from the folks at Ajord. We'll be sure to link them so that you can get a look at all their products up there. Now, this is known as the Velour Series 3-piece travel kit. We'll link it below. And again, it comes with a razor, a synthetic shaving brush, and also this beautiful razor stand right here. The set includes a safety razor, built-in closed comb razor head for traditional enjoyable shave. Blade is easy to change and replace to have a close and comfortable shave. Got the shaving brush right here. I believe it comes in a badger and also a synthetic shave knot. Again, this is the silver tip synthetic shaving knot. Like this a lot. Really fantastic. And it's a perfect size for home or travel. Really, really terrific. And of course, it comes with this chrome stand right here. Really terrific. Again, it has a black gloss finish along with chrome, and it just looks terrific. And my gosh, it just looks great in the shave den, just hanging it up like that. But again, the star of the show and the whole point of this is to let you know that, I did have another couple of razors with a similar razor style handle to the Edwin Jagger. And look at that. I mean, it's just, again, it's not as large or substantial, either in diameter or weight, but it still has that same great feel in the hand due to this bulbous shape. And really a beautiful, mild shave. Again, I shaved with it the last few days, both face shave and head shave. Really, really mild. No nicks, no cuts, no irritation. Really like this a lot from the folks at Ajord. So we will definitely link them below so you can check out all of their products up there. But again, remember that this is the Velour Series 3-piece travel kit. And really is a terrific, terrific set of razor, shave brush, and shaving stand. And again, you'll have the option of picking, I believe, one of 3 different knots. This one is the silver tip synthetic. I like this one a lot. I recommend it. It's absolutely terrific. Really like it a lot. And again, a very diminutive sized handle, but boy, packs a punch in building a lather. Feels great in the hand, and perfect for travel, perfect for home, as is all the pieces of the this particular shaving kit. Yeah, so I could see packing this away and just kind of setting up the stand in a hotel room or something like that, and just having it there. Yeah, really, really very, very nice. So check that out from the folks at Ajord. I just wanted to show you again that this Edwin Jagger handle style was not the first time something like this is in the shave den. The Mocha, very similar with their teardrop handle, and also the Ajord razor, very, very similar. So that's kind of a look at some of the razors I have that have a similar handle style to this Edwin Jagger Diffusion 36 series handle. This also comes in a variety of colors, which is really, really neat as well. So we'll link to these handles below so you can check out the entire color spectrum that they offer from Edwin Jagger. We'll also get you a link to Global Shave Clubs International and also to Ajord. Just wanted to give you a quick update there regarding this handle shape and how I already had something in the shave den prior to getting this razor. I'm going to look around. I might have a few others laying around. We'll let you know down the road. This email comes from viewer Gary JC, also known as 10 Fluid Ounces, 30 Minutes. And he writes, the viewer Robert Ross's Cheapskate No More, the piece from questions and comments on the Monday Morning Mailbag from July 22nd, 2024, Robert Ross's reports about 1/16 and 1/32 teaspoon of shave soap influenced me to try something like that. I used a new soap. I carefully measured 1/8 teaspoon of this new soap and prepared a bowl lather, which I continue to form as a face lather. Soft water, not distilled, was what I added for building the lather, more than enough resulting lather for a face shave, allowing a thicker coating of lather for a 2-pass shave. Next couple of shaves, I carefully measured 1/8 teaspoon of the soap, carefully cut this in half, and tried using the 1/16 teaspoon's worth of soap for a head shave with what I thought might be enough lather, done as a head lather with the help of a bowl. Not enough for the kind of lather quality and quantity I wanted, but I completed the head shave regardless with this insufficient amount of lather. I also tried 1/16 teaspoon of this soap much later for another face shave bowl to help start, but handled as a face lather, barely enough for a face shave of 2 passes. Robert Ross and I are much more in agreement for how much shaving soap to use, that depending on the chosen soap, a good guide for many people would be to use 1/8 teaspoon of any typically firm dentable soap. Later note, I tried a face shave with 3/32 teaspoon of soap, and this gave just enough lather for a 2-pass shave. More lather would have been better because was running too low for a second pass. This quantity of soap was an estimation, not carefully measured, just using experience from the careful measuring and observing for the 3 previous shaves with this soap. Okay, now here's the current soap he was using. You might want to get it and try it yourself. This is from West Coast Shaving. It's West Coast Shaving Duck Fat Soap. How about that? So it sounds like with a little bit of soap, you're getting a lot of great performance from it. The West Coast Shaving Duck Fat Shaving Soap. So check it out. We'll have a link below where you can get some. Gary also provided a link to his YouTube channel where he has a video put together of this demonstration explaining the whole process and the lathers he got, that sort of thing. So we will also link that below so you can check that out. Gary, also known as 10 Fluid Ounces, 30 Minutes, thanks very, very much for this discussion about using a little bit of soap of West Coast Shaving's Duck Fat Soap. Folks, give it a try yourself. It sounds like if you get a decent brush load, you're going to get a lot of lather, because Gary was getting a lot of lather from just a little bit. Gary, thanks again very, very much. Again, folks, we'll link his video below and also his YouTube channel. Thanks again, Gary. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another Monday Morning Mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shave soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/MarkZerati, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.